TOEFL English Practice, April 06, 2026. Today's news stories. Story 1. Russian and Iranian officials condemn strikes on civilian infrastructure. The foreign ministers of Russia and Iran have jointly urged an immediate cessation of military strikes targeting Iranian civilian infrastructure, following a week of intensified aerial bombardments that have devastated power plants and critical facilities across the country. Were the international community to remain silent on these attacks, analysts warn that the humanitarian consequences could prove catastrophic for millions of civilians. The United Nations Nuclear Agency chief has expressed deep concern over reports of damage to Iran's power grid, emphasizing that such destruction could have far-reaching implications for regional stability. Story 2. European Union overhauls carbon market to shield industry. The European Commission has unveiled an emergency amendment to its emissions trading system, proposing to halt the automatic cancellation of surplus pollution permits in a bid to stabilize soaring carbon prices that have burdened European manufacturers. Had the Commission not intervened, industry leaders contend that the escalating costs would have rendered European goods uncompetitive on global markets. The reform, which aims to reinforce market stability while preserving the bloc's climate ambitions, represents a delicate balancing act between environmental objectives and economic pragmatism. Story 3. Researchers unveil. Scientists at Tufts University have announced a groundbreaking artificial intelligence system that achieves superior accuracy while consuming 100 times less energy than conventional models, potentially revolutionizing how we approach machine learning infrastructure. The logic-driven approach diverges fundamentally from existing AI architectures, which have been criticized for their voracious energy demands and substantial carbon footprint. Should this technology prove scalable, it could address one of the most pressing advanced vocabulary. First word, cessation, a noun meaning the fact or process of stopping. Example, officials urge an immediate cessation of military. Second word, devastated, a verb meaning destroyed or severely damaged. Example, aerial bombardments have devastated power plants across the country. Third word, catastrophic, an adjective meaning involving or causing sudden great damage. Example, the humanitarian consequences could prove catastrophic for civilians. Fourth word, unveiled, a verb meaning revealed or made publicly known for the first time. Example, the European Commission unveiled an emergency amendment to its carbon market. Fifth word, render, a verb meaning cause to be or become. Example, escalating costs would have rendered European goods uncompetitive. Sixth word, pragmatism, a noun meaning a practical approach to problems and affairs. Example, the reform represents a balance between environmental objectives and economic pragmatism. Seventh word, diverges, a verb meaning differs or develops in a different direction. Example, the logic-driven approach diverges fundamentally from existing AI architecture. Eighth word, voracious, an adjective meaning having a very eager approach to an activity. Example, AI systems have been criticized for their voracious energy demands. Grammar focus. First grammar pattern. Second conditional for present, unreal situations. For example, were the international community to remain silent on these attacks, the consequences could prove catastrophic. This inverted structure, using were instead of if, creates a more formal tone commonly found in academic and journalistic writing. Second grammar pattern, third conditional with inverted structure. For example, had the Commission not intervened, The escalating costs would have rendered European goods uncompetitive. This structure expresses hypothetical past situations and their imagined consequences, which is essential for TOEFL integrated writing tasks. Practice tip. Pay attention to how news articles use conditional structures to discuss hypothetical scenarios and their potential outcomes. Try identifying these patterns in your daily reading. Then, practice converting standard conditionals to inverted forms for more sophisticated academic writing. That concludes today's TOEFL English practice. Keep practicing every day to improve your English skills.